Yeah. So anyway.
Slice, and I might be butchering this. Did you play football overseas, or did you play? I know you went on to play some arena, but talk about that too.
Yeah, sure. I played Division II football. I redshirted my first year. I ended up playing. Actually, ended up being the starting running back my redshirt freshman year. Did pretty well. I set the freshman rushing record there. I think I was the only freshman to go over 1,000 yards. I'm pretty sure that's been broken at this time, but that was like in 1999 I did that. And I got an honorable mention preseason All-American award. And so it was like, okay, so my name was kind of on the map in the Division II spectrum. And so I was kind of feeling like, okay, well, I got a few years under my belt. I was learning how to lift weights, right? I was in the gym all the time. And even if I didn't want to go, well, you're part of a college program, you're going, whether you want to or not, you're on their schedule. And, and so I was starting to gain weight, starting to get a lot more stronger and a lot more athletic. And so I was kind of feeling like maybe this is something that in a few years I could try to do after college, take it to the next level. Well, after my second year there, we had a coaching change, and a whole new staff was brought in, and it kind of changed some things for us. We didn't do that well as a team. Like the last few years I was there, our record wasn't the best, but I still excelled in certain areas, and I ended up playing a lot of receiver towards the end of my college career too, because I was a pretty dynamic runner, and I could run routes really well, and so I was playing multiple positions, but I was returning kicks on special teams too, and I really, really excelled at that. And so when I was done playing, when my senior year was over, I really wanted to keep going, but a Division II kid coming from a team that's hasn't been very successful, well, there wasn't much opportunity for me. I could have gambled and went to a pro day, and I think I can't remember, it was a while back, it was either Brookings or Fargo, like North Dakota State. I think I would have to go up there and kind of join in to their pro day and see if I could catch some eyes or whatever. I remember something coming down from the Canadian League, but I'd have to pay my way up there, pay an entry fee, and go try out, and who knows how legitimate that is. But because I was doing so well on special teams, I actually got a look from a club that was playing that was out of the European Football League, and they sent an email and contacted our coaches, and I remember my position coach saying, "Hey, this is guaranteed money, not a ton of money. They pay for your way, and they take care of you and all your expenses and stuff, and they give you a little salary too. Nothing to retire off of, but it's something." And they were like, "You're going to go over there. You're going to be their number one guy. You're going to get to play. You get paid. You get to see another country. What do you think?" And I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. And so I decided to take it. I had a conversation with their coach. It was a team out of Finland, just north of Helsinki, and the Porvoo Butchers was their name. And it was a bunch of tough and rugged, Norsemen. And, it was, I remember talking to one of their coaches on the phone, the first conversation I had, and his English was so poor that I told him that, I'm going to sign the contract. And he didn't understand that. So he was trying to sell me still, trying to get me to sign with them. And I'm like, hey, no, I'm in, pal. I'm in. I'm coming. And we figured that out, and they mailed the contract. I signed it. And then, within a few weeks, I was flying over the pond, and I went and played a season over there. And the European League is interesting, because football, American football, is gaining so much popularity over there. And in certain countries like Germany, Austria, even Finland, Norway a little bit, it's getting real popular. And so you're getting some good teams, some good players. And right around there, NFL Europe was going on. So, a lot of those guys would leave NFL Europe that weren't allocated over to, America to play in the NFL. A lot of those guys would trickle into these leagues, so it'd be really competitive. But, depending on what team you were on, you could have been on a team that was, had some really stellar athletes, and then there were some teams that it was like, should you be playing out here, buddy? Did you you're not very good. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
right. So it was kind of hit or miss there, but the team I was on, they participated in the Euro Bowl, is what they called it. So teams from other countries would play each other, and we'd travel and stuff. And that was, that was a good indicator that you were on a club where you'd get some competition. So, I just played there and did pretty well. And then I came back to the States, and then that's when I got contacted by a gentleman who was affiliated with the Minnesota Vikings, that organization, and he kind of ran a developmental team, and he kind of invited me to come kind of try out and be part of that deal. That was over the summer of 2004. Mike Tice was the head coach at the time for Minnesota, and I got to meet him, and then a couple other guys. We were there before OTAs and before the fall camp started, so we weren't in contact with any of their players that were on the roster currently, but we went in there, and I was at Winter Park in Bloomington all summer and just trying to get a spot. So
very cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Adam, let's get Adam in here. Adam, what do you got on all of you heard so far?
I'll tell you, man, the real question that I would just have would be like, what was that reception for the European Football League? Because I will tell you, I was not even aware that they had a American-style football that they played in Europe. I know a couple guys who went to play in Canada before, and they told me how different that league was. Josh, we went and visited Finland last year, and it was such a great vacation. I certainly can imagine how much you enjoyed your time over there. Brad, you know what the weirdest thing about Finland was when we were there?
No. You were there for grip competition, but I want to hear the rest of it.
Well, this was the crazy thing to me was, so my wife and I get in, and the first couple of days we're talking to folks, just, getting the feel for the area, getting the feel for the culture. And the question I'd ask is, hey, what do we need to make sure we eat while we're here? What's the Finnish dish that I just have to try? You know what the answer is? Pizza. Every single Finnish person I asked is like, oh, you got to try the pizza here. And it's like, yeah, but in America we have like a million kinds of pizza. That was one of the wildest things to me, that when you go to Finland and you ask a Finnish person, what do I need to eat? They're going to tell you, you need to try the pizza.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been salmon head or something.
They do like their pizza for sure. It's a little different, but it's pretty good. There's little pizza kiosks all over the place, and that was pretty cool. But to what you were saying about not even knowing that they had American football over there, I was in the same boat. I had no clue. And when I was first contacted, or when my coaches first talked to me about it, I was like, where? In Europe? Really? Okay, like NFL Europe. They're like, no, this is the European Football League. And it's, okay. And, back then, like YouTube, I don't even think was a thing, or was it?
No, that would have been before.
So,
yeah.
So, there wasn't much research, like online research that you could do about it. They did have a website, so after I learned what team was interested in me, I did go on and try to, do a little